What up, y'all? We back. This is the fifth quarter. This is season 4, whatever it takes. And before I get into anything, let me just give a shout out and congratulations to the champ, Packers, Corliles. Y'all always know the number one thing that I root for is parity. So with that being said, I don't like to see the same guy winning. Every year we've had a different Super Bowl winner. Nobody repeated. You know what I mean? It's been a different winner. So that's what I like to see. That's what I root for, and that's what we've been getting. Claw won season 1. DP won season 2. Corliles won season 3. And I mean, the only thing that I say when it comes to leagues that you can ask for is parity. If you got one guy winning the bowl every year, what does that say about the league? So, and I always tell y'all, I've always been telling y'all, what makes the league so dope is that you got guys like Corliles who may get in as a wild card, 6, 7 seed, but can very well win the whole thing. You got guys that may miss the playoffs and can go deeper to the playoffs. So I always said that. You know what I mean? Going into the playoffs, nobody would have picked the Packers to win. You know what I mean? So that's what's dope about the league is that you got to come with your A game, especially in the playoffs. Because when the playoffs come, there is no tomorrow. I always tell you, one bad fumble, one bad call can shake everything up. So shout out to the Packers for doing this thing. He brought it home, and that's what I like to see. I missed that. I missed the NFC Championship that he played against Claw. You know what I mean? I missed the Super Bowl against Josh. Shout out to Josh too with them Texans, man. He balled out with them Texans, and I remember in season 1 when I did the fifth quarter, and I was warning y'all about the Texans. I said even if he struggled season 1, I said he's gonna bounce back. And sure enough, the Texans been out here dealing, and I see the Texans just made a power move to where's that he ended up getting Shedeur Sanders. Big move. I don't even understand why the second pick was even traded. Like I wouldn't take C.J. Stroud over Shedeur Sanders, but hey, different strokes for different folks. You know what I mean? Sometimes moves just get made just because it seems like it can. But shout out to the Texans. You know what I mean? He been doing his thing. I mean, the thing is, right, it's you got to take the good with the bad. Texans, who's Josh, he made the bowl in both my leagues and lost both of them. So it's like just as fast as you can be excited that say that you made it, it's that Buffalo Bills effect in real life. You know how the Bills lost 4 Super Bowls? I think it was 4 back-to-back Super Bowls at that. So it's like, yeah, you hype, you figure I got to get this one, and you don't. You know what I mean? That's why I say, like, the thing about it is that Madden or real NFL, you got to take advantage of your window opportunity, because whatever you did this season has nothing to do with next season. You don't believe me? Just look at the guys who won the bowl. The guys who won the bowl didn't even make it back to the bowl the following season. So whatever you do in one season does not guarantee anything for the following season. You got to take advantage when the iron is hot. You got to strike. You know what I mean? So we're in season 4. It's moving pretty fast. And for the most part, it's moving pretty smooth. Notice I said for the most part, because it's not moving smooth completely. And it's kind of mind-boggling, because you would think that as long as we've been doing these leagues, things would be a lot smoother than what it is. I don't expect it to be 100% smooth, right? Because there's not going to be 100% smooth. Let's just be honest. Even though we all grown, there's no kids in here, right? I'm assuming everybody can read. I'm assuming everybody can hear. So there ain't no kids or nothing in here. So even though it's not 100% smooth, I still would think that it's smoother than what it is. But, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, for the most part, everybody do what they need to do. But I just had to give a recap real quick, from the playoffs, Super Bowl, from the Super Bowl contenders down to, there's different things that went on. I myself had a good season last year. Number 2 seed, Jalen Hurts got hurt in week 16 or 17. Week 17, I think, Jalen Hurts got hurt. Guess what? Out for the first round of the playoffs. Guess what? Early exit. So guess what I'm doing this year? I'm going to be sitting Hurts later in the season, or I'm going to be sitting Hurts if I got a game in a blowout. No need to get cute. And the thing is, I wasn't even trying to get cute or do nothing. I was actually competing to play against a team that was fighting for a playoff spot, right? So it's not like I was playing a meaningless game, but at the end of the day, I was for myself. But I was just trying to put the nail in the coffin to the Giants because, speaking of which, I never put my attribute points on there, Bap. So I owe myself for that too. I never gave myself attribute points for playing spoiler. So, I was playing spoiler, and I'm the one that sometimes you could win. Sometimes you could win the battle and lose the war, and I put that in immediately after that. 'Cause even though I won the game, once I seen Hurts out for 4 weeks, I knew that was bad news. So this year I'm doing things different. I'm going to try to play spoiler if I'm in that position and I already locked up a spot, division or whatever. I'm playing spoiler with a backup. You know what I mean? Like, because that was big. That hurt. You know what I mean? We had a nice groove going last year, and to lose Hurts and got to now play with Kirk Cousins, man, that hurt. But anyway, that's what playoffs is about. Next man up. We didn't get it done. It's spilled milk. But before I even get into this year, I just want to say one thing I want to bring up. One thing I'm gonna mention real quick. Now y'all know on this game they got a glitch to where is that if you fumble the ball and he didn't fumble, if you're already down, the game said you fumbled, don't call a timeout so the game won't challenge it. Let's not do that. We know that that's bogus. You know what I'm saying? So let's not do that. Like, I ain't going to spend too much time on that, but let's not do that. And y'all know what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is that if you getting tackled and your man is pretty much clearly down, ball pops out, it's a fumble, but you like, nah, that ain't no fumble. They're going to review it. Do not try to be slick and call a timeout so now the play can't get reviewed. That's a glitch in the game. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Anybody caught doing that, anybody accused of doing that, you got to have the stream up, though. You got to be able to see the stream. If anybody's accused of doing that, will be penalized. If your Twitch ain't fixed, you will be penalized. You know what I mean? So you will be penalized for that. That I'm just saying right by now, everybody knows about they Twitch need to be fixed. But by now it should have been fixed a long time ago. And if you can't do it, I don't know why you just don't have YouTube anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, YouTube is simple. How do you get banned or how do you have issues creating YouTube? I have no idea. I literally created my YouTube page in like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? There was no issues. I don't see what the issues is. I don't know. I guess some of you guys got too much going on to where is that if you having issues trying to create a page, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. But again, if you insist on using Twitch, have them Twitch settings fixed. And again, the whole thing about Twitch or me saying you gotta have your joint I mean, you can't rewind it live, Big Game James, but you can check it after the game. You know what I mean? You can check it after the game. And to be honest, the reason why I'm not tripping on the rewind part too much is because let's say I'm not even watching the game. If I'm not watching the game and I'm just going to use you, Big Game James, for example, because being that you said it. If you playing somebody and I'm not watching, and you the one streaming after, like, and somebody violated, let's say somebody broke a 4th down rule, I can go check it after the game, and all you gotta do is tell me what quarter, and I can now go to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's without me even watching. But if you don't have your settings fixed, I can't go because so as soon as you call somebody out and say, yo, you broke a rule, only thing they're going to do is say, no, they didn't. So now it becomes a he say versus he say. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like getting into that. So the easy way, the simple thing to do is just for me to go look at the tape and just go from there. So that's why the settings got to be fixed. Like I'm not doing that for nobody to be able to scout. I don't, like my thing is, like I told you before, I don't scout, but at the end of the day, if somebody is scouting, it's not cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe some of you guys need to scout. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I don't care about if somebody's scouting. Like some guys I've heard, over time actually complain about that. Like, oh, he's scouting, you scouting me. All right, if he is scouting, so what? Like, I mean, don't we try to make this league as realistic as possible? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what these teams doing in real life, right? They're not just sitting there listening to the coach putting on tape saying, yo, look, this is what this team like to do. What? This is what this team like to do. It's probably this one. Take it in there. The coach is saying, yo, look, this is what this team like to do in the red zone. This is what this team like to do on third and short. This is what this team like to do on, when they need the big play. Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't get around that, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna use myself for an example. Wait. I'm gonna use myself for an example. I'm guaranteed a delayed game, at least one delayed game for every other game, if not every game. You know why? Because I'm out there trying to read the defense and call audibles and put this guy in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not running no tube stuff, and I'm not here to say who is or who ain't. But I'm saying if you running tube stuff, you just lining up and doing whatever they tell you to do, and you expect it to work. But if you out there trying to read the field and read the D, you calling hot routes, you calling audibles, and a lot of times, I try to hike the ball. I guess the form they not set yet, so I get to delay a game. You know what I mean? But I don't care about if somebody scout me. It's my job. It's my job to say, all right, football is chess. You understand? That's all it is. So if somebody coming out low in the box, you know what I mean, then pass the ball. If somebody coming out playing only 3 D linemen on the line, run the ball. It's not that difficult. You know what I'm saying? So don't go crying about somebody scouting or whatever. DP come out and say numerous times, yo, I scouted, I'm scouting this and that, yo, I watched everybody. Whether he playing or not, if he is doing it, so what? Like, honestly, if he got time to do it, more power to him. It's not cheating. There's nothing wrong with it. And again, maybe some of you guys need to scout. You understand? Like, it's nothing wrong with scouting. If I scouted somebody, then more power to me. I just don't have the time to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even have time to sit around and watch somebody playing the live game. Like, I'll watch a few minutes, I'll watch a quarter or whatever, or I'll get back to the game later on, and if it was a close game, I may go to the fourth quarter and see how the last 3 minutes or whatever played out. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with scouting. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not telling nobody to stream so they can be scouted. Like, I could care less if you being scouted, if I'm being scouted or not. The whole purpose of the tape being up is because if somebody say they broke a rule, if there's no tape there to watch it, who am I to take your word over his? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take nobody's word. I'm going to believe my eyes. I don't want to listen to nobody's ears. Let me go over what my eyes tell me. So, but again, if somebody's scouting, that's football, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's your job to be whatever it is that they doing. If somebody taking away what you like to do, that's just sports, period. No matter what sport it is, yo, take away what they like to do. If you play a person that's the number one passer in the Kari, come on with this. If you play a person, look, y'all, I hear my little man. This why I don't get to go live as much either. Because even if I get the time to do it, he always want to be right there up under me playing with the toys and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be trying to make it so that y'all hear me and not hear what he got going on. But again, man, sports is about taking away what somebody like to do. Kari, come on, take this out. Come on. Sports is about taking away what somebody like to do. If somebody, like I said, like I was going to say, if you playing against a passer, if you playing against somebody that's the number one passer in the league, I mean, shouldn't you come out pretty much in pass formation to try to make them run the ball? If you playing against somebody, yeah, no doubt, Claude. You know what I'm saying? That's my little guy. You know what I mean? But it's like, man, bro, like, just at least give me and the funny thing about kids is that if I just be here chilling, minding my business on the laptop doing some work, or even just watching TV, it won't be what you hearing. You know what I mean? So all y'all got kids, like, you have to get on the phone, all of a sudden your kids got a whole bunch of stuff they want to ask you, and all of a sudden tell you, yo, I got a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old, and I'm telling you, like, especially the 2 years, both of them is like that. If they're around me and I get on the phone, all of a sudden they got a whole lot they want to ask or say or whatever. It's just like, yo, you was just chilling a few minutes ago. Now all of a sudden you turned up. Yo, relax. You gotta relax. But yeah, Chloe, like you said, that's the beauty of kids. It's all good. These my little partners, my little road dogs in here. But yeah, if you playing against somebody that's the number one rusher in the league, then stack the box. Make them try to pass. Like, it's really not that hard. So whether you scout or not, like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I scout, right? And and maybe some of y'all do this, and yeah, nah, no doubt. I definitely be hearing that. I definitely be hearing that. You know what I mean? So I know you be going through what I go through. Um, Let me tell you how I scout when I get the time, because sometimes I literally just get on here, do my training, and get to the game. But if I get a chance to do something before I play my opponent, and maybe some of y'all do this, I'll go to his team stats to see who his league, to see who his leader, who's leading the team in receptions. All right, that's who he keening in on more. That's pretty much my way of scouting. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even full bulletproof. But hey, at least it gives me an idea. If his tight end is leading his team of receptions, that tells me key on the tight end. That means he's looking at that tight end way more times than he's looking at the receivers. You know what I'm saying? That's how I scout. But again, however you scout, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Is you just gotta play ball. You know what I mean? So boom. Now we getting off that. Right? We getting off that. I didn't want to spend all that time on that. I just wanted to talk about why the thing should be fixed. Your stream should be fixed, because I seen this conversation going about a week ago, and then I seen certain guys saying stuff like, "Oh, you just wanted to." Not necessarily saying, I don't know if they were saying me or just putting it out there as people in general. I think he said y'all, I forgot who it was, but somebody was like, y'all just want people to stream so people can scout them. I could care less about people being scouted, man. It's not about that. And if you can't understand by now why I'm saying what stream should be up, then this league ain't for you. That's just as simple as that. Like, and everything that I'm saying right now, everybody who's on here listening knows I said what I'm saying right now at least how many times by now? We're approaching double digits when I talk about why the stream should be up. Like, it's not about being scouted. It's about the commissioners being able to see. Wait, Kari. It's about the commissioners being able to see what they need to see should something get called out. You know what I mean? So, boom, we touched on if the bogus fumble happened, do not call a timeout so the challenge play can't get fixed. That's strictly trying to take advantage of what the game is offering. You know what I mean? So we touched on that. We touched on the whole why the stream should be up. We get into that. Don't worry. We touched on that. And like I said, if you have Twitch, if you insist on using Twitch by now, if your Twitch ain't fixed, you will be getting penalized. And actually, you're going to get penalized a little more than what you normally would, because it's been way too long that your Twitch should have still been up. And the only reason why, again, I don't get to watch games or nothing. So if I didn't catch it, it's because I don't, it's under the rug because I don't get to watch and see. You know what I mean? But the fact that I'm saying this right now, I'm going to check. I'm going to scroll through the chat to see who's, and I'm only looking for the cast. Anybody that's got a cast that's up in Twitch, if I can't go back and see what I need to see, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Now let's get to the trading thing. The trading thing is still a funny topic, because it shouldn't be a funny topic. By now, everybody knows we don't let trades go down without approval. And to be honest with you, let me just say this. I hate doing this, right? Because I really hate to tell somebody what to do and what not to do with their team. So let me just say that before I even get into this rant. I hate doing trade approvals. I do not like doing trade approvals. The only reason I have trade approvals is because we didn't have so many funny stuff over these leagues over the years that we had to come up with something to combat a lot of bogus stuff. I could give so many different examples of why. But in any case, you get guys that make trades, leave the league. You get guys that make trades, they talk about they don't have no money, leave the league. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's so many reasons why we get into the trade approval stuff. You know what I mean? And again, I hate to do that, but I feel like it's for the betterment of the league. If y'all always hear me I always talk about the league. I don't never push me first, then the league. I put the league before I put myself, and every last one of y'all know that. There's been times some of y'all hit me up personally and be like, yo, bro, nah, don't keep always looking out for this dude. Start putting yourself ahead of, different things. So y'all know that firsthand. I put the league before I put myself. I promote the league before I promote myself. I don't have no league if I don't have users, right? So who cares about the job that I do, that BAP does, that Pearl G, really, who cares about a job that any of us does? We don't have a league without users. So, all right, cool, we got a league. So now what's the next most thing important? Keep the league ran a certain way, right? Most of y'all that's in this league already said, my league's pretty much the best league. All right, cool. Why do you think that is? You understand? It's a reason why y'all say that. And the reason being is because the way it's ran. So by now, everybody knows nobody should be accepting no trades without getting a confirmation from the commissioners like, yo, you good. And again, I don't look for trades to be 50-50. There are no 50-50 trades. Let's just be honest. I just look for trades not to be 90-10, 80-20. You understand? But there's always going to be a winner and there's always going to be a loser. You understand? It's just the same way as losing the game or getting beat up in a fight. You may lose a fight, but it's just like, yo, you don't want to lose a couple of teeth and get your eye closed in a fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just try to make sure people don't get pummeled in trades. And no matter what, some of y'all still trade like y'all fresh out of, trading school. Like, for the life of me, I still don't see the trades that some of y'all make. The funny thing is, and I don't even and I try not to say nothing, but I've seen some of y'all trade for a guy, play with him one season, and then try to trade the same guy that you just gave up assets for, only to trade the same guy now for less assets. What sense does that make? But again, I'm not the GM of nobody team, so I try not to get into too much stuff. I just try to make sure trades do not be rape trades. You know what I'm saying? That's it. The trades is for the betterment of the league. You know what I'm saying? BAP said it a few minutes ago in the chat. Anybody who made trades without approval, the players is getting turned down. Later for all that, make the trade back. All right, cool. You can keep the trade. The players getting turned down. I think that hurts more. You rather take the hit in the wallet to now got this player and you don't even have the player now for what you thought you had him for. Like, let's just stop trying to get slick, man. Like, I don't even try to get slick. BAP don't try to get slick. And we the guys that's handling the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we ain't trying to get slick, why are y'all trying to get slick? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, it's just like, it's really not that hard. It's really not that difficult, man. It's really not. Yo, put the trade up. You know what I'm saying? Then another reason why some of y'all don't know how to trade is because some of y'all would trade with whoever y'all talking to instead of just putting trades on the block. Like, how are y'all doing that? How are you not putting the trade on the block, forgetting to try to get the most value for the trade? And again, the only reason why I'm even spitting game like this is because I really be trying to help dudes that really need the help. Like I said, I go for parity. So whoever kind of shiesty with the trades, I'm just hoping that you hear this and then register like, yo, I ain't going front. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to see the same guys winning. I don't like to keep seeing the same guys losing. So if I could say something that just spark your brain to do something different, I'll take that as a win. But it's just like, yo, man, like, just put the trade on the block. Again, some of y'all don't know how to hustle. Like, where y'all hustling skills at? If you go into a store to buy some sneakers, I know most of y'all now probably just order sneakers online. Yeah. But me growing up in Brooklyn, when I used to go down to the mall to cop sneakers, for whatever, these size stores, wherever you cop sneakers from, let's say you got 3 or 4 stores down where you live at that sell kicks. You get down there, you go to the first store, yo, what's up? How much these Jordans? Y'all give it to you for $150. All right, cool, yo, let me go holla at, let me go see if I get a little cheaper. Y'all be back. You know what I'm saying? You don't say, yo, I bet. Homie down the block could have gave it to you for $120. You understand? Like, how y'all be jumping on just the first dude that y'all politicking with instead of just saying, yo, all right, that's what you offering, a first and a third. Next dude that holla might say, y'all give you a first and a second. Like, this is simple stuff that some of y'all just don't even grasp. And again, I'm only saying this because I'm just, like I said, I'm all about parity, man. I'm not one of them dudes that, want to keep seeing the same dudes win and keep seeing the same dudes lose. It's like, yo, come on, man. You know I was rooting for always Robin, and that's the Titans, because I've seen him lose plenty of games. Do you know how good I felt to see him in the playoff race last year and actually make the playoffs? Yo, that was a beautiful sight. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen the Titans lose pretty much all the time. And for that man to all of a sudden get his game together, and now he winning. He made the playoffs. Yeah, that says a lot about him. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that I root for, and that's the type of stuff that I want others to do. That's always losing, but you know, everybody just not gonna get it. And that's cool. Everybody not gonna get it. You know, everybody not gonna get it, but hey, you can't say nobody tried to tell you. But some of y'all just stuck in y'all ways. Y'all just feel like some of y'all feel like y'all got too much pride to just go with. You know what I'm saying? Somebody telling you something like it's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a hater. Like I ain't got no hate in my blood. That's how I am when it comes to this. That's how I am in real life. I ain't got no hate in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna tell it. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Bottom line. If you don't like it, you don't like it, you know. But come on, man. Like by now, everybody know what time it is when it come to trading. Ain't no, and then another thing, there's nobody more responsible than the other. It ain't no, yo, I thought he was gonna reach out, or I told him to reach out. No, you reach out. Everybody's held to the same standard. I don't care who started the conversation. Once y'all two come in agreement with a trade, both of y'all got the same onus on y'all to hit the commissioners and say, yo, look, this is what we trying to do. Now, if one of y'all beat each other to the punch and you did it and you say you got approval already, cool. Now, if somebody come back and lie to you and say, yo, this dude said that y'all approved and y'all went ahead and accepted only to find out he lied to you, then don't worry, you no longer held accountable. That man going to be held to the highest standard for lying to you. And to that, and meaning he held to the highest standard, forget turning down. We might even just put the Timbs on and remove him. You know what I'm saying? You might just straight boot them. You know, but everybody's held to the same standard, man. Everybody held to the same standard. That's just what it is. I'm not going to get into the whole clock joint because I already got into that. I already talked about the chewing the clock thing. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, like I said, you know, a lot of times the less you say, the more you say. So at this point, instead of me just keep being repetitive, I'm just go ahead and just start doing what I gotta do. So all of a sudden, if you start feeling like, yo, your man is being turned down or yeah, your attribute points feel a little lower, yeah, you're not dreaming. This is a reality. Yeah, it's turned down. You understand? So that's how you just make a point. Just stop talking about it. Stop always giving people the heads up. Everybody know what's what by now. Ain't nothing I say on this chat, on this live so far that's new to anybody. Ain't nothing I said so far that was somebody be like, oh yeah, I ain't even know that. Everybody knew everything that I'm saying already. It's just that some people still try to get slick, but it's cool. You know, try to get slick, you know, but just know you can't out slick a slicker. You know? That's all that is. But again, this live wasn't just about that, but I had to get into that before I got into everything else. You know, so with that being said, let's get in. Don't do that. With that being said, let's get into season 4. So week 1, we had the Ravens and Bucks back. Bap had a good playoff run last year. I believe he lost in the AFC chip to the Texans, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was the AFC chip. But he lost to Josh. I ain't gonna front between the two leagues. Josh been getting the better of him in the head-to-head matchups. Well, even if Bap got more wins, Josh got the bigger wins. I know that. He eliminated Bap in legal money. You know what I mean? So Josh seemed to be, you know, Josh seems to know what Bap bringing to the table. So at this point in time, you know, Baltimore gonna have to, if they see them Texans, they're gonna have to have an answer for what the Texans bringing. But this week 1, everybody's excited about week 1. Everybody feels happy about their teams. Everybody's excited about a new year. Everybody's 0-0. Everybody's saying, yo, this is the year we gonna go to playoff. This is the year we gonna go deep. This is the year we gonna make noise. And all it takes is one bad injury, one bad loser streak, season over. But in week 1, everybody, it's Christmas for everybody, right? The excitement is there. But by week 4, week 5, lights start getting a little dim. Week 8, week 9, it's like, all right, panic mode comes in. A couple of trades done went down that shouldn't have went down. You know, so you know, this is just what it is. You know, why you do this, man? So anyway, week 1, Ravens crushed the Bucks. This is not the way you want to start the season off if you're the Bucks. Bucks missed the playoffs last year. Bucks might need to just go ahead and make some moves over there. Some of you guys that need to trade don't even go out there and try to work the phones. You know what I mean? Like, some of you guys need to go out there and just rebuild. And the crazy thing is, now that we in season 4, some of y'all should have already got rid of certain players to already been drafting. You know what I mean? The key to building a team is drafting, not just trading from players. Like, sometimes you gotta let players go for draft picks. You know, you see how Murph did. You know, Murph didn't have no money. Murph been complaining about Miami being broke, which they have been. But what'd he do? He went out there and make moves, got rid of big names. Murph had like 4 or 5 first-round picks. You know what I mean? Like, some of you guys need to do that. Like, you just got to go out there and trade for the picks. And some of you guys, and then the crazy thing is, some of you guys that trade your picks away need to keep the picks. Like, that's what I don't really understand. Like, some of you guys that just hold on to stuff that shouldn't, and some of you guys that shouldn't hold on to stuff, some of you guys that should hold on to stuff don't. Go figure. But I don't know, man. Bucks, you gotta get there and work them phones, my boy. Like, you can't just stay pat anymore. You gotta have to make something happen, bro. We in season 4. You know what I'm saying? Season 4, by now, everybody should at least have a team. Everybody should at least have a team that they feel like they on the road with. You shouldn't be in season 4 talking about, I gotta rebuild. If that's the case, what have you been doing? You know, but anyway, Ravens crushed the Bucks. Pats and Steamers, Money Mascot, he been out of the loop lately. You know, he's been busy, but he said he's coming back with a vengeance. Listen, I'll give Money his I'll give Money his just due when he say that, right? When he say that, I'll believe him. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely believe him. But the problem is, a lot of times when you get away from the game for a little while, it can come back and you know, show some rush you got to get off. So we'll see. But I'm gonna roll with Money in this one. I'm gonna take him over the Pats. Activist taking over this Pats team. We'll see how he do. DK had this team, but DK, you know, things picking up for him in his life, so he had to drop out. So he dropped out of this one, and we'll see what happens. But I'll take Brooklyn in this one. I'll go 28-20. Next, we got Seahawks and Commanders. Chevy, like I said, Chevy Silk is one of them guys. The same way, like I told y'all about the Titans. One of them guys that lost a lot, but then, you know, started winning. The Commanders is next up in line, and I told y'all I told y'all this about him last season, and right after that, the next season he went out and beat the Raiders. So the Commanders is on his way. You know, now it's up to him. You know, he's right there. He's at the door. It's just a matter if he gonna turn the knob and walk in. You know, but he's on his way. You know, but we'll see what happens. I think this game got the potential for an upset, honestly, and it got the potential to be a whole lot closer than what the Seahawks would expect. But week 1, I think Seahawks come into this season with a chip on the shoulder. Seahawks didn't get a chance to defend his Super Bowl crown because he got the forced loss against the Packers. The crazy thing about that is that the season before, he played the Packers in the playoffs, and the Packers got the forced loss to him. Seahawks actually won the Super Bowl that year. So that's kind of funny, right? Because now it's like, man, had he even played the Packers, would he even beat the Packers to win the bowl? We'll never know. It's irrelevant. He won the bowl, right? He still had more games to play. But I'm just saying, it's just ironic that the team that, when it comes down to these two, Seahawks and Packers, both of them won the Super Bowl the last 2 years. Seahawks got the force over the Packers. Seahawks won the bowl. Packers got the force over the Seahawks. Packers won the bowl. Call it what you want, but it's just a funny thing. You know what I mean? It's just a funny thing. That's just weird. That's just something that you would call the Matrix. But I think Seahawks coming to this game with a chip on their shoulder, right? Big game, James. One less game to play. I'll take the Seahawks in this one, but I'm gonna give Commanders some credit, man. I'm gonna keep it. I got it to be close. I'm gonna go Seahawks. Seahawks 28, Commanders 21. Next we got Shamrocks, Oakland, and Giants. This is an upset. I would have took the Giants to win this. Giants played good last year, fell apart in the end. Clear-cut example of why I always say things like it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. Giants started off great. Second half of the season, not so much. And because of that, he missed the playoffs. He looking to bounce back this year, have a better year. But unfortunately, he starts the year off 0-1. Shamrocks looking to make a noise this year. They've been quiet so far these past couple of seasons. They 1-0, right? It's always better. It's always a better feeling to start off 1-0 than 0-1. Good win for the Shamrocks. Next we have Browns and Colts. Browns won this one 35-13. Colts was going to make the trade with the Browns for Anthony Richardson for the second pick. Don't know what happened with that, why the trade wasn't going through. If I was the coach, I'd be doing everything in my power to make that trade go through. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the issues was, I've been trying to work it out, do something. You know, because the coach could have had the first and second pick. He ended up taking with the first overall pick, he ended up taking Hunter. Travis Hunter, I believe his name is, but he would have had a chance. He had the 1 and 2 pick. He could have had Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. So I would have been everything in my power to make sure that trade went through, but it didn't go through for whatever reason. I guess it was money. I don't know. But Browns won this one 35-13. Then Browns made a trade with the Texans. Don't know why quite he took CJ. I mean, you know, CJ Stroud is 95 overall, but, you know, CJ Stroud, Shedeur Sanders, me personally, I'm taking Shedeur Sanders. And honestly, from the way the Browns play, I would have thought Shedeur Sanders fit more how he liked to play. But for whatever reason, he wanted Stroud. He got him. He's 1-0. Let's see how it play out now. E-Ball, what up, bro? E-Ball, I just got to tell you, bro, you definitely on the Norm said he back. I'm just saying, you know, we'll see. You know, like I said, week 1 is Christmas. Everybody feels good about, right, exactly. And that's another thing. That's another thing that Claude just said. E-Ball, you definitely on the road for getting the worst GM of the year. I just don't know what you be thinking about with your trades, bro. Norm said he back this year. He said he on one. Let's see. Who am I to say, you know, whether he is or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta sit back and watch now. But he definitely from the wins he's been getting lately, he definitely been pulling off some big wins. So right now, my money would be on him. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely been playing good ball lately. You know, yeah, Claude, you're right. What I don't understand even more about that C.J. Stroud thing is that you're going to have to pay him a lot sooner than you're going to have to pay Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, straight up rookie, you know. So I don't know. I didn't get that. The Browns already was saying he didn't have money, you know, just last year after the crazy. And I had to remind him about the crazy trades that he did financially. So, you know, now he's going to have to scrape up money to pay for Stroud. So I don't quite know why he took Stroud over Shedeur. That didn't make no sense, but hey, he the GM of that team. You're going to have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to figure it out. If he thought he was, all I know is if he ain't had no money last year and now he going to have to pay CJ Stroud now, I don't know what he going to do this year. You know what I mean? Man, the team going to have to be out there selling cookies in front of the stadium or something. You know, so we'll see. But yeah, E-Ball, I don't know what's up with you, bro. Your trades be terrible, bro. Like, I just don't understand it. And the funny thing is, in season 1, I talked about you with the Jets because it was the gift and the curse playing with A-Rod, right? Because in exactly the position that I spoke about season 1, you are in right now. You have no quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And then you out here making moves. You know, you out here scraping up. You just throwing stuff at the wall, to try to see what sticks. Not the place you want to be in. Not the place you want to be in, E. You know what I mean? And I'm surprised at you, E, because you're a vet. So the trades that you be making, I don't even see how you be making them trades. Like, it's not like you new to Madden. Like, how you making them trades, bro? Like, them trades is crazy. The trades you made with Claw, you no longer have none of the players. You lost the players right after the season. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then I believe you just made a trade now with the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken, who now is the Bisons. You know, I just don't get it, bro. I just don't understand it. You know, but hey, you the GM, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, this week right here we had the Bisons and Steelers. Big win. Bison said he back. He said he out to prove a point. Guess what? Oh God. Nah, E, Nah, E, I don't care about what X factor you got, E. You don't have a quarterback, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And I already know, because I be seeing the trades that you still trying to make, bro. Like, your trades just be all over the place. But rock on, my boy. Listen, Bison said he's out to make a point. Guess what? Whether you believe him or not, he just took out Steelers 35-14. Steelers drafted a quarterback. He's rebuilding a quarterback. He's done with Pickett. So Steelers, you know, as fast as they was building with Pickett, they off the Pickett train now. So now they starting over at the QB position. Oakland came into this game saying, that's not my problem, that's yours, for trying to do whatever y'all trying to do with y'all quarterback situation. Oakland came out. They win 35-14. Big win. Big win for the team. Big win for the morale. Big win for confidence. Everything. I mean, so far, you got to take the man at his word. He said he back. He said he get into his bag. He out to prove a point. So far, that's what he did. Good win. Titans and Bengals. Always vibing going against Carnage. Y'all know I'm riding with the Titans. Like I said, I seen this man lose plenty of games, but at the end of the day, you know, he's been playing, man. He improved dramatically. I'm rooting for the Titans still. You know, I think this game definitely has the potential for an upset alert, especially if the Bengals come into this game overconfident. You know, so I'm gonna take the Titans in the upset in this one, actually. Give me the Titans in the upset over the Bengals. 31. No, I'm going to go. Yeah, 31-27. Upset. Titans over the Bengals. E, you in a position that you not should be in, bro. I'm just going to tell you like that. You know what I'm saying? You in a position you not supposed to be in. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna get into the whys, because then it's gonna delay me being on here any more than I wanted to. But E, you better right now, E, I'm telling you, E, you definitely the runner up right now for worst GM of the year. That's all I'm gonna tell you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna tell you. Saints and Falcons. Big game. James going against On Some BS. I think this division is going to have their hands full with the Saints for years to come. But if I'm the Falcons, I'm taking this week one opportunity to show the Saints you ain't just going to come into this league, to this division, and dominate. The Falcons don't even have to win this game, but they can't get smoked, right? They got to come and compete. I'm taking the Saints. Nah, you ain't got the trophy yet, E. You know what I mean? Because you ain't the only one that's up for worst GM of the year. But for some reason, you just been kind of consistent with it lately, bro. And you my man at 50 grand, E. But you know what I mean? But it's just like, yo, bro, some of these trades that you be even entertaining, bro, I just be like, yo, E, why, bro? Why? What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Please tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you my man at 50 grand, E. But I'm telling you, bro, I'll just be like, yo, E, what are you looking at, bro? Like, do you got some glasses that Do you got some funny glasses that when you put on, it makes you see something that other people can't? I need to see, E, because I'm telling you, bro, like, them trades, man, don't make no sense at all, my guy. Like, season 4, you should not be looking for a quarterback. Even if you got a quarterback that's not polished, you should at least have a quarterback that you've been working on. That's not the case with you, E. You've been making crazy moves, my boy. I'm trying to tell you. You supposed to been off that A-Rod train. Look, he's sprinkling his dust on my throat right now because I'm talking about him. But yo, back to the Saints and Falcons. I'm taking the Saints, but Falcons need to make a statement. Even if he lose, he can't get smoked in this one. He got to compete. But I'm taking the Falcons, and I'll take the Saints to win this one. And you know what? I'll give the Falcons a shot to win this. I'm gonna take Saints 35, Falcons 26, 35-26 Saints. Next we got Dreadnoughts. I hate the name. I hate the name of this team. Dreadnoughts. I joined this Dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts. I don't know. Dreadnoughts against the Chargers. Chargers started off last year crazy slow. Put together some wins last year, but it was too little, too late. We'll see what he do this year. He got to bounce back and do something to the off season that he had last year, meaning the season that he had in general. I'll take the Chargers to win this one. I'll go Chargers 34, Orlando 21, 34-21. Next we got St. Louis Blues and the Raiders. Don't know what either of these teams did in the offseason for the most part. I don't remember them drafting. I know the Raiders didn't draft. St. Louis drafted, but I don't think they really had no high draft picks, but they still could have had a good draft. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders in this one. I think St. Louis got more questions than answers right now. Nah, but Myles Garrett got turned down. I don't know. St. Louis against the Raiders. I'm gonna take the Raiders in this one. And I'll go to Raiders. I'm gonna go 38-20. 38-20 Raiders over St. Louis. Next we got the Dragons and Rams. Oh wow, big win for the Dragons. Upset at that. I would have took D3 to win this one. E-Ball traded his ninth pick. Yeah, E-Ball traded his ninth pick. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, E. That statement right there is why you up for worst GM of the year, bro. And I'm just gonna leave it at there. You trade your ninth pick, and I don't even care what you got back, bro. You trade your ninth pick, you hustling backwards, my boy. Just know that. Rams and Dragons. Big Rico got the upset win. I would have took the Rams to win this. D3 made some moves in the offseason. Hi, E. The Rams. I would have took the Rams to win. It's a good win for Rico. You know what I'm saying? Good win. Good. Like I said, anytime you can start off the season 1-0, that's a much better feeling than 0-1, right? Let's be honest. Even though it's only week 1, 0-1, it's just something about starting off 0-1 that just make you can't wait for week 2. Right? Like even if you win week 1 and you lose week 2, when week 3 get here. But it's just it's not the itch. You don't have the itch for week 3 like you do week 2 if you lose week 1. So yeah. So there's something about week 1, losing week 1 that just make you can't wait for week 2. So yeah, good win for the Dragons. They won 33-21. The Niners and Cards. Claw going against Calm. Listen, Calm Calm is one of them guys that competes, right? He gets some big wins every season. The reason why it seem like it flies under the radar because he don't get enough of them to like make the playoffs. But he gets big wins every season. Calm is one of them guys that you got to come in and you got to put him away. You know what I mean? I'm sure the Niners know that because he's in his division. But I'm not going to lie. I'm going to give the Cards a shot in this one. But I'm taking the 49ers, but I'm going to give the Cards a shot. I feel like Cards coming to this game with a little more, you know, eagerness. So I'm going to take the Niners, but I got it to be close. I'm going to take Niners in this one 30. And the Niners, don't get me wrong, the Niners coming to this season with a chip on his shoulder, right? He lost in the NFC chip. You know what I mean? So he coming to this season feeling like, yo, I got to get back. I got to get my get back. So, yeah, he's going to be trying to pluck people off week by week to get back to the top of the throne. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I say, you know, you still got to come with your game, with your A game. You can't come in here BSing. And like I said, Calm is one of them guys that don't get the recognition he deserves because he don't get enough big wins. You know, he haven't made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But he's a tough out. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough out. And like I said, I'm going to give him a shot in this one, but I'm just going to take the Niners still. But I'm going to give the Cards a shot to win this. I'm going to take Niners this week, 31, Cards 24. Texas and Jags. The AFC champ went against his division rival, Trey Dog. Good win for the Texans. They went 26-21. I'm sure Josh is definitely going to feel a whole lot more excited about playing with Shedeur Sanders than C.J. Stroud. It's a lot more he can bring to the table now. So curious to see how the Texans ball out. But good game. Just Jags came up just a little short. I'm looking for Trey Dog to bounce back and have a strong year. Trey Dog still have yet to have a real solid year. Even though he's 0-1, he's one of them guys that definitely could string together some wins and get back and to do what he do. But good win for the Texans. Next we had Eagles and Cowboys. Man, oh man, did I have this game circled on my calendar. We swept the Cowboys in the regular season and lost in the playoffs. Didn't have no Jalen Hurts. We had to play him with Kirk Cousins. And, we had an early exit. We took that personal. We took it personal because we also seen Dallas kept trying to, put up points in the end. So we said, all right, cool. We know we were playing week 2. So guess what we decided to do? We knew the game was over. We kept passing the ball and trying to put up points. Look, we was losing. So we was looking forward to this. We got a little get back, but that's over with now. We won 1-0 on the week 2. Dolphins and Bills. It's always fun to see these two play, right? And I have yet to watch these two play. Oh yeah, you said you'd be out for surgery. Yo, man, Josh, prayers out to you, bro. Have a speedy recovery, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be tapping in with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Checking on your latest, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, what you going through, that's the real deal, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty about these leagues, right? Because no matter what you're going through, the beauty about the league is that it can take you away from whatever you're going through or dealing with in your real life for a little bit, right? Like, you know what I mean? So to hear you say what you be saying, it's like, I commend you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really hope everything work out in your favor as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I will be touching base with you, checking up on you, you know what I'm saying? And, if you can't play this season, bro, don't worry about it. We ain't gonna get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? We know you one of the top guys in here, and I ain't just talking about as far as your play. I'm talking about your consistency, you being active. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely brings a much needed aspect to a league that's already competitive. So prayers out to you, my boy. Dolphins and Bills, like I said, I never got a chance to watch these two play, but it's always funny to see what they be saying to each other after the chat. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think the Dolphins been handling the Bills lately. So, but they up for the challenge though. But I'm gonna take the Dolphins. I'm pretty sure Murph loves playing Relly and getting the win, and then going at Relly head and pause, and then Relly the same way. Like Relly wins, he loves to say different things, but I don't know. I just think Buffalo. It seemed like Buffalo best year was season 1, right? Like I don't know. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be on top of things the way I need to. But man, Buffalo might need to get out there and work them phones this year because you know, a lot of stuff they added, they ain't not spring chickens. You know, that age might be starting to creep up. Guys, development went down. Buffalo might have to get out there and make some phone calls. You know, Relly's always known for making trades. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to probably go out there and make some moves because, you know, that team, the way it is right now, I don't think it's going to cut it over there. Forget the AFC and that division alone. You know what I mean? And then they got financial problems. Buffalo got some things to figure out over there, man. I'm not going to hold you. They got some things to figure out. He's going to have to do what Murph did. Murph did some smart stuff. He got rid of some big names, and he got picks, and that's what you got to do. You got to bring in these young guys with this cheap cap that, you know what I'm saying, that's good, that you could build up and ball out with, that's not breaking the bank. You know what I mean? So we'll see what Buffalo do, but I'm going to take Miami this week over Buffalo. I'm going to take Miami. Murph said, yo, that morale low. Yeah, I know. Relly. And you know, Relly is dope for the league because Relly brings that animation. You know what I'm saying? So I love Relly for the league. I love Relly making his videos and stuff. But yeah, Relly ain't quite been Relly lately. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I know Murph love. You know, Murph, you heard Murph just said it. Yo, I'm whooping him out. His morale low. So guess what? Murph win this game. He's gonna go upside Relly head as if Relly was talking crazy to him. Even though Relly ain't say nothing to him yet, you better believe Murph going at his neck. Pause. Right after he get that dub. You know what I mean? So yeah, that morale low is low over there in Buffalo. Like I said, Relly's known for making trades, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to do something, and you know, he gonna have to figure something out. You know, you got Josh Allen, you got one of the top quarterbacks in the league. You know what I'm saying? Speed, strongest arm. You're going to have to shake some things up, my boy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to make some moves. Sometimes you got to take 1 or 2 steps back to move 3 and 4 steps forward. You know, sometimes guys hold on to players for too long. You know what I mean? Sometimes guys got to stay away from names that always got the star underneath them. Like some of you guys always going for guys that just got stars underneath them and not realizing that sometimes it hurt. A lot of times it hurts more than helps. You know, like if you're trying to strike while the iron is hot and that iron all of a sudden go cold, you gotta come up off that and shake it up. You know what I mean? Like they used to say that about Bill Belichick in real football. They said Bill Belichick used to get rid of players. Bill Belichick rather get rid of players too early rather than too late. And some of you guys hold on to guys a lot longer than you should. You know, I ain't even know Buffalo missed playoffs 2 years in a row. Wow, I ain't know that. I'm just saying it seemed like Buffalo morale is low because I just felt like if he made it, it was like quick early exits. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do know Buffalo, you know, ain't quite been Buffalo, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And I think I said it before. I don't think Buffalo should have made that trade with the Browns for for the cornerback. What's that cornerback from the Browns? I can't even think of his name, yo. The cornerback that the Browns had. What's his name? Ward? Is that the Browns' number one cornerback? Really made a trade with the Browns. And the crazy part is, that's a trade, Denzel Ward, right. That's a trade that neither of them should have made. The Browns shouldn't have made the trade because it hurt them financially, and the Bills shouldn't have made the trade because, in my opinion, you gave up a young stud at cornerback. You know what I mean? You gave up other stuff. It's like, but some of y'all caught up with these names. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, listen, I don't know, but bottom line is, I took Dolphins to win this over Buffalo, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So. Right, exactly, Claude, and that's the same thing that I said. What you just said, Claude, I actually repeated those words to BAP, but I actually added a little more to what you just said, but I ain't gonna say it because listen, it ain't my job to say everything for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But some people just gonna have to figure some stuff out on their own. I'm gonna give some gems, but I'm gonna keep some to myself. But exactly what you just said is exactly what I said to BAP. And if BAP is listening, he definitely know I said that word for word, but I added just a little more to that sentence. But I got Murph to win this one. And I'm not gonna lie to you though, this game is big for Buffalo. Because if he get blown out in this game, that is not, after missing the playoffs last year, and then y'all said 2 years in a row, don't be surprised if Relly start putting guys on the block. You know what I'm saying? Right after this game. Yeah, exactly, Claude. That definitely hurt. Next, we had the champ Packers win against the Bears. They win 38-21. Packers scored 38 points. And I'm just curious. I haven't looked at no box scores, but I'm just curious because I see they scored 38 points. So I'm just curious to see how many rushing yards that he had. 317 on the ground. Man, oh man, oh man. Right now, Corliss is looking like the old Corliss. He figured something out with the run game. There was guys Maddens ago. He let Elon walk. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, that's why I say, some of these guys trade for guys and don't even have the plays anymore. Like, how do you guys trade guys? How do you guys get rid of guys to trade for a player and then don't even have that same player on your team? I'll never understand that. But, yeah, so a couple of Maddens ago, we had guys like Corliss. For y'all that was here, we had somebody by the name of Playmaker. They used to run the ball 24/7. I'm telling you, they played games where they'll have 5 passing attempts for the whole game. You know what I mean? And right now, Corliss is right back into that old way, where it's that you could put 10 guys in the box. These dudes are still going to run the ball and still find a way to get positive yards out of it until they break the big one. It could be difficult playing guys like that, because it makes you not want to fall behind because they also play good defense. You know what I mean? So, Corliss is he's right back into that. You know what I'm saying? He's right back into that wave. So, one thing about the Packers is that you don't need to scout him. You know what you're getting when you play him. You play the Packers, you know you're facing heavy run. That's just that's all he gonna say. You know what I'm saying? So that's all he gonna do. You play against the Packers, he gonna run that rock. That's it. You don't need to scout. You don't need to know nothing else. You know what I mean? He's just gonna run that rock. So just know what you in for when you play against the champ and them Green Bay Packers. You know what I mean? And right now the champ he 1-0 and he out to defend his throne. Hopefully he get to defend his crown this playoffs this season. He won't go away where he won't get a chance to play. He get no forced loss. But I just want to speak on one more thing too before I end this. Now that y'all see what's been going on in the playoffs, it happened to Corliss, it happened to Bat, it happened to DP. The show is going to continue to move, right? So now that everybody experienced the forced loss in the playoffs, nobody's exempt from that. If you're not around to play, you're going to be gone for a day or two, a couple of days. That's it. We're not waiting. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can say, oh, but y'all held it for this person, y'all held it for that person. Nah. You know what I mean? Bat was dealing with a death, and he still came out and found the way to play. DP was actually going to be back on the day of advance, but because the league ended so fast, I mean the games got played so fast, nobody wanted to wait, so we advanced. So that's going to be the continuing thing. So I don't want to hear nobody cry, complain, talk about, yo, we should wait. Nah, that's it. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a few guys that took forced losses in the playoffs. So that's it. That's just what it is. So the tone has been set. Nobody can say they didn't know. Nobody can say, yo, but y'all did it for that person. Nah, not at all. It is what it is. You know, so just wanted to add that to the mix. Week 1 started last night. Week 2 is tomorrow. League will be advancing tomorrow. That's it. For anybody that's joined late, that joined this live late, I advise you to go play it back from the beginning. Hear me talk about the broadcasting. Hear me talking about the fumble rule that people take advantage of, that we know is a glitch. I advise you to go listen to what I said about that and the whole trading thing. That's if you just now tuned in and you just catching the end of this. But other than that, you know, we're gonna keep doing what we do. You know, oh yeah. By the way, legalmoney.org. Go check your boy out. We got fits for. We got stuff for you adults. We got stuff for your childrens. You know what I mean? Support the movement. We got something big we cooking on over here. You know what I mean? And we doing what we do. Legalmoney.org. You know what I'm saying? I'll post the joint in the chat. I'll put my IG in the chat. You know what I mean? And you know, holla at your boy. Check us out. I'll be back with another fifth quarter when it's come week 2, which pretty much is tomorrow. So I'll try to get it in there. And I'm trying to get guests back on here too. So I will be trying to get the guests on. The first guest I'll try to get on is the Packers. Being that he the champ, he defended his crown. Corliss, I'll be reaching out to you to see if you're able to get on when I go on live. We're gonna start bringing guests back on here to get this thing back to how we used to do it. And I figured what better way to get Ebo when you come on here, bro, it's gonna be straight clownery, bro. Because all we're gonna do, we ain't gonna talk about no games. We're gonna talk about the GM. We're gonna talk about why you ain't fired your GM, Jack. And that's what we're gonna talk about, E. Why is that whole GM staff still not fired? That's what we're gonna get into. But yeah, I figure out, you know, bring the champ on first. Let him say what he got to say. You know what I mean? Get into the conversations with him if he's able to get on. If not, it's all good. But I feel like the invite should start with him, and you know, we just go from there. But I'll be back at y'all week 2 with the recap, with the rest of the recap of week 1, and with predictions of week 2, and we're gonna do it like that. See y'all when I see y'all.